Hello sports fans, this is Steven here for JustMyPicks.com, and I'm bringing you a special NBA video. Tracy McGrady officially has announced his retirement today on First Take on ESPN. It was a lot of things that Tracy McGrady brought to the light, but the biggest question today is Tracy McGrady a Hall of Fame player even though he's only been out of the first round of the playoffs once? It's a lot of questions that surround Tracy McGrady as far as his health, about what he really has left in the tank. Tracy McGrady for 16 seasons was one of the best players in the NBA. Coming from a standpoint of maybe he didn't play defense that well, maybe he didn't give the same effort as he did on the offensive side of the ball, but what I will say is Tracy McGrady was one of the guys that really stood out each and every game that he played in for the most part. I know coming into the league, Toronto Raptors, he played really well in a lot of ways. He had Vince Carter, that became an awesome tandem. Also, when he went to the Houston Rockets, he was a standout player. Also, with the Orlando Magic, when he was healthy, he did do a lot of good things in Orlando. So I'm looking at Tracy McGrady and his body of work. He was almost a 20 points per game scorer, averaged 5.6 rebounds per game, and I had about 4.4 assists for his career. So looking at just the stats, looking at the numbers, I think Tracy McGrady is a Hall of Fame player. When I look at some of the other Hall of Fame players that are in the NBA right now that have retired and went on to have an illustrious career that didn't win a championship, Tracy McGrady is probably one of the best players not to even go past the second round for a lot of things. He's in the same boat as Carmelo Anthony, because I feel like Carmelo Anthony most likely won't get out the first round of the playoffs a lot, being on the New York Knicks as he was with the Denver Nuggets, having a talented regular season team but not in the playoffs. Tracy McGrady brought so much to the game as far as his epic comebacks with the Houston Rockets, scoring something like 13 points in 8 seconds, just doing a lot of great things. Tracy McGrady has made his mark in some of the dunk contests. He's made his mark also with the high flying dunks, just like his cousin Vince Carter. They've done a lot of good in the NBA. So I'm looking at Tracy McGrady as being a Hall of Famer. I do not dispute his credentials, his credibility. Yes, he may have been a one-sided player on the offensive side of the ball, but I look at it from the big picture. I look at Tracy McGrady as being one of the best to ever play the game. So this has been a JustMyPicks.com breakdown of Tracy McGrady's retirement and if he is a Hall of Famer. I want to know what you guys think. Do you feel like Tracy McGrady is a Hall of Fame player as I do? Check me out at JustMyPicks.com. You can also follow me on Twitter and all my other sports news on Twitter /JustMyPicksTV. Also, check me out on my YouTube channel, YouTube /JustMyPicksTV. Also, please subscribe. Please share my videos. Get the word out. Football season is right around the corner. Thank you very much.